Hi, Original Soul. Welcome into this reading. Thanks for being here and thanks for coming back. We'll jump right into it, shall we? So I do have some oracle cards out already and we're going to add some tarot to it. But this reading feels like it has to do with empowerment. So some sort of potential maybe struggle with authority or power, possibly even some fighting, maybe even some physical issues. Definitely something that's been a burden, where you've had a hard time being able to celebrate yourself or your success or focus on your dreams, but some strength coming through, finding your own power, moving past those burdens, and moving more towards wish fulfillment. So we'll go through each of these here, get some tarot to go with it, and see what we've got. We'll start here with this authority and power card. Quite a few wanted to come out here. Yeah, with the 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck, definitely some sort of burden. You might even feel like you've been stabbed in the back a little bit. But here's this authority and power card. And you can sort of see someone is ready to strike. There's also a lot of talk about pulling hair. So I don't know if there's literally been some sort of physical altercation, or maybe, I'll grab this card here. Maybe you, I don't know, work with kids or have kids and just had a little incident like that. Also some issues, like I said, maybe with the physical body. I don't know if you've been sick lately or recently. Even possibly something with the stomach, something with bleeding or even vomiting, things like that. All right, but let's see here what we get with this authority and power card. So the Knight of Wands came out. Right, the Knight of Wands is definitely a fiery energy. So you could be dealing with someone who's been fiery, combative, even immature. This could be either a younger person or, again, like I said, someone who's just really immature or maybe acting really brash, really immature, doing things without thinking, kind of shooting their mouth off, something like that. Four of Cups. He doesn't look very pleased. This is a situation, honestly, that you're just really sick of emotionally. It's like, why do I keep putting up with this? Why do I have to keep putting up with this? So really just feeling stagnant in that way. Something that you're really ready to move on from, with the Six of Swords coming out. And this is something you're wanting to escape or move on from, move away. But you do maybe feel, or at least recently, like there's maybe some barriers in your way. You can see on this deck, the swords are kind of blocking this car as they move. Yeah, so with the Hermit and the Star card coming out, right, this is going within. The Hermit carries the star in the lantern. So this is something you've been reflecting on, thinking on, something that you want to heal. Again, with the star, look how she's sort of pouring out those two cups, just sort of dumping the way I'm feeling about this, like dumping those feelings or emotions. Like I said, you're just emotionally sick of something here. Again, this could be competition with others. Again, some sort of just constant fighting or bickering, or a situation where you feel like you always have to be defensive. So I don't know if that fits for anything that you're going through here. But then we'll talk about the Strength card that came out. So like I said, you're finding your strength. You may be seeing falcons as well as a sign or a symbol. All right, but the Strength card. So here is another card where we've got someone kind of ready to strike, ready to fight back. You can see that these two figures look very similar, but they're not facing each other. So with the Strength card, this is associated with Horus. So like I said, you're ready to fight back. You're ready to either move on or maybe kind of defend yourself for the last time. So let's see what wants to come out with this card. Like I said, this reading feels like you're taking your power back. You're feeling empowered. Yeah, Two of Cups. Some sort of unity or blending. So like I said, with the Star and this authority and power card, right, she's sort of sick of it, dumping out those old emotions, those old stagnant feelings. You're ready to move on with healing. And this is about finding unity. This is either a blending, a marriage of your masculine and feminine energy, or maybe this is someone that you're partnering with. Maybe you've held yourself back from some sort of relationship, and that could be where sort of this boredom and stagnancy has come from. Maybe your previous relationship, or possibly one that you're looking to get out of. Again, could be dealing with just someone who's really immature. And we've got another card here where, right, she just looks over it, dumping out those cups. All right, so feeling more emotionally stable once you do take a stand or take the action, I should say, that maybe you've been wanting to, especially with the reflection that you've been doing with the Hermit. Yeah, Three of Wands, it's like you've been waiting and waiting. He also has sort of that kind of sitting around look. You've been waiting to take action. You haven't done anything. It's like you've been waiting for something to happen. But the timing feels like now with the Wheel of Fortune here, right? You're ready to move. You're ready to take one of those wands and actually do something. All right, we'll move on to the others here. Out of the Sacred Cycles deck, we got this Bleeding Rituals card in reverse, and then this Ovulation card, which reminds me of the Three of Cups, actually. A celebration, definitely, again, that empowerment vibe. Doing something that makes you feel like you want to, move in a joyful way. There may be some sort of ceremony or ritual that you need to do for yourself because you haven't been celebrating yourself. You haven't been celebrating your success. One moment. Okay, I'm back. So there was an interruption. So maybe you've experienced an interruption. This could be you dealing with, maybe you were trying to get a new job and then something didn't pan out, and so you're stuck with an immature boss or somebody who's really kind of nasty and aggressive. Or again, maybe it was a relationship or something like that, that maybe you started or thought you were going to start, and then something got held up or pushed back. But let's see, where were we? So some sort of ritual that you may need to do for yourself, something that acknowledges all of your successes, all of your amazing qualities. Hummingbirds and pink flowers may also be a sign for you. Yeah, with Seven of Wands, again, you've been having to defend yourself. Maybe you feel like there's people talking behind your back, or you just always have something coming at you. And that can be really hard then to take the time to really feel good about yourself, or even have time to maybe move towards the things you want or work on the things that you want. Maybe this is even like a parent dealing with a child or something like that as well. All right, but then with this number 20 ovulation card, again, this looks like celebration. So what do you want to manifest? What do you want to do? Celebrating the fact that you are a creator. You're the creator of your life. You have a lot of skills and tools and experience at your disposal from all the things that you've went through. right? Maybe things have been a little bit slow and progress hasn't been moving quickly, or maybe it's been at a halt, but you're ready. Right? Like how the magician is kind of holding this wand in his hand, like I said with that Three of Wands, like you've been waiting to take action, or you've been waiting for something to happen and haven't really been doing anything, right? And now you're ready to move forward. You're feeling more confident and you're feeling excited. All right, we'll get a couple more here. With this burdens card. The Emperor almost came out, so you could be dealing again with some sort of authority figure in your life, or a really just strong masculine energy. With the Fool came out reversed. So we've got this kind of burdens card with this big cross there. Yeah, maybe you had to sort of bury something deep down, not let something come to the surface. Or again, like I just said, when there was that interruption, right? There was some new beginning that didn't get started, or that you didn't go after. Something that you've been thinking about and kind of longing for. But then we've got this awesome wish card here. Let's see, number 39 on this card. Yeah, and right now the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is about things coming towards you, your manifestations actually starting to come to fruition. Maybe something is starting to happen and you don't really see that coming, or you're not even aware that something is in the works. Just really focused on sort of this wispy smoke that's in this card. So maybe you do light meditation, or have some experiences even of a spiritual nature. Yeah, with the King of Wands. So going from not taking any action and not following your passions to the King of Wands, which goes after what he wants. This is tapping into your fire energy, tapping into the masculine side of your energy, feeling confident, feeling strong, pursuing the things that you want to pursue, not letting whatever this is hold you back, whether it's a boss, a partner, or again, maybe even, like I said, there could be some issues with your children, or maybe you haven't done some things for fear of how any of these people may react or what they may think. Right, but I believe the things that you truly desire, the things that your soul is looking for, are really for everyone's highest good. That doesn't always mean that it's easy. That doesn't always mean everyone likes it in the moment. But sometimes through that challenge, that's how we grow. Yeah, and this could be something with Six of Cups here. Again, something from the past, either something from your childhood. You could be into writing. Journaling could be really helpful for you as well, to really get your thoughts out and feel more clear and grounded. Again, this could have to do, like I said, with children, or something maybe from your past, or that you have been dealing with since childhood. All right, we'll get one more here. Okay, two more here. I feel like every time I say one more, always more than one more comes out. Well, and then we've got Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So we had the Two of Cups earlier about that blending of masculine and feminine, or potentially a partnership coming in. And now we've got, right, this fiery pair. So this could be something really passionate, really creative. Yeah, it could even be something, again, that leads to some sort of marriage, whether it's a marriage or a blending of your energy, or maybe, you know, a marriage in the future. Yeah, and as I'm saying all that, we've got Knight of Cups and Ace of Cups here, which is all about heart, love. Could be some sort of offer, proposal coming. We've also got two cups here between the Ace of Cups and the cup sitting there in front of this Knight of Cups. All right, so I don't know if this is you making a peace offering, you offering up either love, creativity, or your heart to someone else. Maybe this is even releasing and letting go, and sort of giving things over to spirit as well. Well, the lights are really flickering right now. I don't know if you can see that or not. And again, what did I say? You may be seeing pink flowers, and then we've got a nice, beautiful, big pink lotus in this Ace of Cups. So some sort of new opportunity, some sort of new wish fulfillment, something that you've been really wanting and desiring. And again, we've got this really passionate king and queen here. All right, let's see here. Let's add spirit animal to it. Taking action is the way to get out of your, whatever your difficult or stuck situation is, right? Sitting around and doing nothing has not been working. It's possibly been frustrating you and sort of building up anger and resentment. Getting more into your heart space, starting to go after the things that you want. Wow. Dragon with passion. What have I just been talking about here? All right, dragon says, the dragon is a reminder of your strong will and your fiery personality. It is also a symbol of passion and fire. So definitely a really strong theme here in this reading. You are being asked to practice self-control and be cautious so that your passion does not lead you into trouble. All right, and maybe that's been something in the past. Like I said, we have kind of all this fiery, maybe energy moving forward without thinking, and then it's caused some drama, caused you to be frustrated, maybe even had you kind of running away from situations as well. All right, so dragon, I love that. Let's see here, and then we'll get an angel tarot, an Archangel Michael card, and then we'll close it out. And I'm just noticing I left snake over here from an earlier reading, which is about transformation in this deck. So again, some sort of situation is transforming, or maybe it's a pattern of yours, like I said, that you tend to maybe stir shit up a little bit and then sort of run away or cause some drama. Or maybe you have some people in your life that are that type of person where it's just there's always something going on, and just notice what that does or how that makes you feel, right? What that does to your energy. All right, let's see here. We'll get one out of this deck. All right, 8 of Cups. Eayel, number, I think that says 67. God, the pleasure of man's children. Transformation. Oh my gosh, what was I just saying about snake? Transformation gives consolation in adversity. So, again, we've been talking a little bit about chaos, drama, even competition, or that authority and power where you just feel like you've been sort of kept down or had to kind of kowtow towards somebody. All right, so I love that. So transformation is definitely on the way. All right, let's move a little vulture here and see what Archangel Michael has to add to it. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. My prayer, I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so that I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. So I love that. Got that strength card out here with Horus, the falcon, admitting the truth. Right, maybe that's where some of this drama has come from as well. Right, maybe there's something you know you want to do or something that you feel. And sometimes it could be something that's hard to admit to somebody else. But then notice you start treating someone in like a shittier way, or have you ever known someone who, like, they want to break up with someone they're dating, and instead of just doing it because they don't want to hurt their feelings, they start just being like mean or avoiding them or something like that. So just see if that has anything to do with your situation or yourself, but definitely time to admit the truth to yourself act accordingly, right? The word act is in there. We had a lot of this passion, maybe not being the one who's just moving without thinking, but it does feel like you've been thinking about this for a while, and definitely getting more into your heart space, like Archangel Michael was reminding you, so you can be loving and honest with yourself and others. All right, so definitely about empowerment, empowering yourself to change, empowering yourself to take action, empowering yourself to follow your passions, and empowering yourself to move with love. All right, so that is what we've got for this reading. Amazing. I hope you have a super empowered week. And if you see any falcons or hummingbirds or pink flowers, lotus, right, let me know. Leave me a comment about it. I love keeping track of signs and synchronicities. Also maybe even red feathers. Okay. All right, that is what we've got for this reading. Thanks again for being here. And until next time, peace.